Where's that treasure map?
Arg, what's going on, everybody? It's the Pirate Stacker coming at you. Monday, noon. What is going on with silver today? Let's take a quick shot of rum because I feel like we need it. We gotta get through this bottle of pineapple. Yuck. I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm drinking rum before talking to you about silver. I'm gonna get into some of this mail stuff later. Let's jump right into it. Silver, the price is going up. Spot broke 30 bucks today, this morning, already. Let me tell you my understanding, which is basically what's happening right now for Dummies. That's basically what I'm giving you. I've never claimed to be the guy that knows everything. I know a lot of people that are much more technical than I am. But if you're just a simple dude and you're like, why is the price of silver getting crazy? Let me tell you my understanding of it. And see if any of this works for you. First off, in general, this has been building for a while. There has been people buying silver heavily for the last 6-8 months. You know, as prices went up last April, May, whatever, they started to climb. And over that amount of time, people have not only been buying physical silver, the real stuff, they've also been buying the paper silver, you know, on the stock market, SLV. And basically what happens is the physical silver, the paper silver has been oversold. We know that. JP Morgan Chase, they got nailed. Of course, it all got brushed under the rug because they're such a big dog. And basically, the paper silver is oversold. The physical silver is not there. It's not there. So they're selling paper silver for physical silver that is not in the vault. That's my understanding. And what happens is this whole COMEX thing, maybe you've heard of COMEX, it's this whole situation where they should be selling paper silver for silver that's in the vault. They don't have it in the vault. Now, these smart guys on Reddit, they came along and said, hey, look at all these big guys making money by working the system. We're gonna go beat them at their own game. Now, this was already a system that was already being, we already had been taking the physical silver out of the market. There's a ton of stackers out there. I think a lot of times we think it's just us. Like we're the only ones. The 100 channels we see on YouTube are all of the stacking community, and we're not even close. We're not even a fraction. So with that in mind, the actual physical silver that's out there, you know, it has a big industrial use in electronics and such as that, but we're stacking it because we felt it's been undervalued. We felt like buying it now, it's worth more and it's gonna go up in the future, which it's going up now. So what happens is these smart guys on Reddit, they undercut the GameStop stocks and it totally worked, drove it through the roof. Then they kind of got worked by the system because the hedge fund guys came back, shut down the system for a minute so they could buy their way out. And now they've turned their sights over to silver. Silver is the ultimate short sell. They're shorting silver, which means that they're saying they have all this silver and selling the paper for it and they don't have it. So the guys are coming over now and they're like, hey, let's buy more paper. Let's buy more physical and drive the price up on this. And at some point, when people come knocking for their physical silver, they're going to have to get it. And the banks are going to have to go buy that physical silver for whatever the going rate is at the time. And that's what's happening now. So we've had a run on all of the bullion dealers, which is why Sunday, yesterday, they all closed up shop, because they knew that with this much traffic that the price is going up and they don't want to sell low. Now, yes, are they really out of inventory? Yes, they're out of a bunch of stuff, but they shut their doors because they didn't want to undersell when they knew the windfall was coming. Now, get us to today, Monday. Well, let's go back to Friday. Here's what I know. Last year, $340 million worth of silver was bought. Okay? Friday, $34 million worth of silver was bought. Now that's paper silver and physical silver, $34 million. 1/10 of the total sales of 2020 was purchased Friday, 3 days ago. Then it shuts down. Saturday, Sunday, people are scrambling. They're trying to buy up what they can. And of course, we saw again the bullion dealers shut down. So we don't have a good number of sales. Today's Monday. What's happening? Everybody's trying to buy paper silver and physical silver because they're anticipating the climb. Now, here's what you got to realize, though. This isn't GameStop, okay? This is a big industry. And not only is it a big industry, this has federal implications. The Fed, the money makers, the banks, those people are all at play when you start talking about silver, because this is the precious metal. This isn't a stock. This is a precious metal. And in order to truly drive this, to truly move it, I mean, people are talking about we want silver to 1,000. I don't think we're going to be anywhere close to that. But they're saying silver to 100, silver to 50. I don't know any of that shit. I haven't been at it long enough to know that stuff. But here's what makes sense. I listened to some people. I listened to a lot of people. But as my understanding is, at this point in time, that stockade, that stockpile that was for sale of silver is gone. It's gone. So what's happening now is your bullion dealers are going to sell what they have on hand, and then they've got to go purchase this stuff to get made. And I think what you're going to see is, as soon as it starts becoming 4 weeks to 6 weeks to get your bullion order, what that means is they don't have it on hand anymore. So they're selling it without actually having it, which means they're sourcing it out, and the guys that are making this stuff, they're raising their prices too. So everybody's going to start jumping their prices. I think this is just the beginning. Look, spot broke $30 today. I think that spot settles somewhere around 35 by the end of the week. And then I think spot continues to climb next week, the week after. And I think we're going to see buyers and sellers all the way up at this thing. None of the big shots want this to go really high, except for the bullion dealers who are trying to gouge it with really high premiums right now in anticipation of the event that's to come. And, where does that leave you or me? Well, I'd put it like this. In my opinion, if you're comfortable with your silver stack, if you have a pile, you sit back and you enjoy the ride. You set numbers or goals, and depending on how things look as they rise or fall, you can decide, do I want to sell off some now? Do I want to sell off some later? I would never just jump out and sell your whole stack. I would do percentages. I'm going to sell 10%, or I'm going to sell 25% at this point, and leave yourself somewhere to go. At the same time, I know if you're holding it for retirement, that's great. Hold it for retirement. The numbers are going to tell you. I mean, if this thing gets bonkers and goes up 60, 70, 80, 100, I mean, at some point, it just makes sense to let it go and try and catch it on the back end. Now, with this being pumped And these people not all necessarily being into silver for stacking silver's sake or for the hedge of inflation or any of that stuff that you hear, I do believe it's going to come back down. I think this will go on for a time, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, maybe a couple months of the actual pump itself. But at some point, those guys that have jumped over from GameStop, they're going to find a new target and they're going to move on and want to get their money out at some point. That's just my opinion. But look, truth is, nobody really knows. Everybody's releasing videos on this right now. I watch a lot. I listen to a lot. To me, it just makes sense that this thing is going up. That's why it's going up, is there's a lot of people pumping extra juice in. But this has been a long time coming. We knew they were selling paper silver without the physical silver to back it up. We knew that last year. We knew that before then. So at this point, they're just highlighting that. Everybody jumping in is highlighting that fact. And that's going to leave us with some awesome stuff ahead. That's going to leave us with gains. Now, if you're somebody that is not comfortable with your stack, if you do not have silver, again, I'm not telling anyone what to do. If it were me and I had the money, I would be buying whatever I could buy right now. I think it's going for a ride. And I know that's sketchy. Nobody wants to start having to pay $35 an ounce for premiums. Look, there's still deals out there. Facebook, I see a lot of deals. But again, that goes back to, if you're doing deals, make sure these people are reputable, because I also see stupid cheap deals and I know that people are getting ripped off and took advantage of. So please be cautious. If it's somebody you know, build these relationships. At some point, you'll have to take a chance on somebody, and if they have good references, start with a small buy and work your way up. Most people are willing to move product one way or the other, no matter what the size. So just do your due diligence on that. But again, I'd be a buyer. Now, if I had a ton of silver and I had a ton of money and I was looking to gamble, hell yeah, I'd be tossing it in right now. And that's for silver. That's not necessarily for gold and platinum. Both of those they're gonna see a rise. And I think they're gonna see the rise because of awareness to inflation, to all of these things. These people are bringing awareness to the fact that silver has true value. So many people in the world that aren't stackers have no idea of the value of silver. They just don't. They still don't even know that constitutional silver is 90% silver. They don't know any of this stuff. And that's the vast majority. So just by this getting traction, getting attention, you're going to find more people that are going to get involved. More people are going to buy. That's all going to help drive the price. And it may be a while before it does come back down. I said yesterday, 35 an ounce, I'm a seller. I take it back, because I could probably get 35 an ounce right now as a seller. So I'm probably going to wait, see how it goes this week. At the end of the week, I'll evaluate and see what the week what happened. If it's up and I could get a solid 40, maybe I do sell a small percentage. Now, I don't have a big stack. I'm probably 130 ounces maybe. Something like that, 140 if I'm lucky. So I don't have a huge stack. So I'm not looking to take big risks, but at the same time, there's opportunities. These things create opportunities. And if you've got an outlet that you can move some product, that's an opportunity that you could widen your stack down the road. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to share my thoughts of what's going on, what's happening. I know everyone's glued to the spot price right now. It's super cool. Speaking of, I wanted to do a couple quick mail calls here because I got some awesome stuff in, and I'm trying not to eat up our time with that. But look at this, scrapping, hoarding, tinkering, fun. Look how awesome these stickers are. So nice. He says, Pirate Stacker, here is my part of the trade. 1 SHTF round and 1 international round, both from my Bradley Height handmade mold. I hope that you like the items I've included. Your friend Scrapping, I sent him some silver. He fully hooked me up. Copper, look at that. You guys know how much I love copper. And this is his channel round SHTF. And of course on the back here, he's got actually how much copper's in it. I want to say 1.89 on that one. And then on this medallion here, 3.10 ounces. Hey, really cool pieces. Thank you, Scrapping, Hoarding, Tinkering Fun. I love them. And then I also did have a trade come in. Friend of mine, I won't read the whole letter, but we traded some stuff on trade day. Greg, thank you so much. And he hooked me up as well with some great stuff, which came in just in time. A couple of silver rounds, just in time for the big pump, right? And of course some constitutional, which I love. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hey, I try to keep you informed. Keep watching, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thank you for the support. All the channels are reporting, but hey, look, don't believe the hype. Do your own research. You know, I try to just let you guys know my thoughts on this. Do your own research, please, but there's big things coming. There's a lot of information out there. There's going to be a lot of volatility. Whenever there is that, there's winners and losers. What I know is, if you're holding physical silver, you will never be a loser. Because physical silver will always have its value and it will have its day. So, thank you for watching. Pirate out.